Let's talk about the major pentatonic scale, the major blues scale, and how they're made and how they relate to one another. To create a blues scale, it's best that we first talk about the pentatonic scale, and to create a pentatonic scale, it's best that we first talk about a major scale. One of the easiest major scales on the piano to help us learn theory is the C major scale. So starting on C, and you can do this starting on any note, but we're going to start on C, you would move up one tone, so the distance of 2 notes, another tone, so again we're skipping a note, we're skipping the D sharp, then a semitone, the smallest distance possible, a tone, which is skipping a note, a tone, we skip a note, a tone, we skip a note, and then a semitone. And that gives us a C major scale. So starting on C, one more time, it's tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. And you could do this anywhere. We could start on A flat, a very unrelated scale. Tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. Same idea. So back to C major. Here's our C major scale. And if you want to create a major pentatonic scale, all you have to do is get rid of the 4th note and the 7th note. And a big reason for this is because if I'm playing a C major chord, the 4th note is actually clashing with the middle note of my chord. E and F are a semitone away from each other. Even if I displace it and move this up 1 octave, it still doesn't sound particularly good. So the F is eliminated because this E in the chord, and the chord is super fundamental, the E in the chord clashes with the F, and the C in our chord clashes with this B. So we're going to get rid of F and B. Also, if we go through the C major scale with fourths, there's only 1/4 that is a tritone or an augmented fourth, and it's this F to B. So we've just eliminated a lot of the chaos and potential for dissonance or bad sounds within the C major scale. It's so safe that wind can play it. It says wind chimes, right? Wind chimes are playing the pentatonic scale. So there it is, the C major pentatonic scale. Now how do we make it into a blues scale? Well, it's pretty simple, but you have to think about what the blues means. When you say you have the blues, does that mean you're in a good mood? No, it means you're sad. So how do we add some sadness to this very happy scale? Well, think about a C major chord versus a C minor chord. This middle note E to E flat is the big thing that changes. It's the big difference. So what if we add that minor third, that E flat? Now we'd have this sort of sound, with the E flat added to our major pentatonic scale. The problem with this is landing on that note is also causing a semitone dissonance. Even if we displace it, it still doesn't sound particularly great. So the function of this note that we're adding, which we are going to call the blue note, is to slide to neighboring notes unless there's a moment where our chord, let's say F dominant 7, has that note, the E flat, then you can land on it and it'll sound fine. It'll sound very agreeable with the chord. But over C, this doesn't sound so great. So we're going to sidestep it up a semitone or down a semitone. Okay, so major scale, eliminate 4 and 7. Now you have major pentatonic, add the minor third as a grace note to neighboring notes, and then you have the C major blues scale. Again, this formula works by starting on any pitch, but I'd recommend for now, start on C because it keeps things nice and simple. So the solfège that we're left with for the major pentatonic scale is do, re, mi, so, la, do. No fa, no ti. Do, re, mi, so, la, do, la, so, mi, re, do. And if we add me, the minor third, then we get our minor blues scale. Do, re, me, mi, so, la, do. It sounds like this. Do, re, me, mi, so, la, do, la, so, mi, me, re, do. And again, this me, you want to scoop it to mi or scoop it to the re. That's it for the construction of the C major pentatonic and the C major blues scale. I'll catch you in the next class.